Hey Reject Nation, Greg Alba here.
I'm John.
We are dropping our reaction to this trailer right on time. Only dropped 6 hours ago. And here we are today, uploading it an hour after we're done shooting. This is the NUN, one of the few successful cinematic universes outside of the MCU right now. Excited to check out this trailer. There's been a lot of hype surrounding it. Want to give a shout out to our Patreon, where we do full-length TV show reactions to many shows and a bunch of other goodies over there. But Patron of the Day shout out for Scuba Steve. Scuba Steve is a guy who lives all the way on the east coast of the world, and he is an awesome graffiti artist, does plenty of illegal things like that, and ladies, he is single right now, so you can find him on Plenty of Fish, and I'm telling you, he's casting his hook in the water right now. He's also a dude who loves a good horror movie, so I'm sure he'll be checking this out. Most of the time I talk to him, we talk about horror films. Scuba Steve, thank you so much for being a part of our Patreon. Keep tagging police cars, and ladies, go look for him on Grindr.
Oh boy.
There's gonna be a whoa.
I had a series of visions when I was younger. And after each one ended, the same thought would be stuck in my head.
What did you see?
I saw a nun. Word of my visions reached the church, and I was asked to accompany a priest to an abbey in Romania.
The Abbey has a long history.
Valak.
Not all good.
What?
Jim radio down. Callahan's here.
4 days after my birthday.
Yeah, God ends. Get your praying in.
Oh no. My nipples are so hard right now.
Casually walking. It's like a haunted maze. Like, where's it coming from? Like how they reversed the other end too.
Wow, I just really got me.
That's good. That's a good ad right there.
That actually really got me there.
The one thing about having horror be so huge nowadays, especially, is you're getting to watch as everybody tries to figure out how to keep the jump scare fresh every single time.
Why'd they say watch till the end at this? Are people like clicking off at trailers or
They just
something
want
like
that watch time, man. Get that retention, 100%. They're really concerned about their YouTube earnings over at Warner Brothers Studios.
A lot of times I'll think there are certain jump scares that are clever, and then other people will hate the hell out of them. I thought that jump scare was really well done, because when the camera first pans back, whatever version of the nun is behind that other
Just the faceless,
sister.
She's there, but they don't,
and she's casually walking, so when she turns around, you think the jump scare is going to come from the nun behind her. And that's so that when the other one comes from the side, I thought that was very clever, because I just did not see that coming. The Conjuring universe, I can't believe that's a thing. I like the Conjuring movies, and I really like Annabelle Creation, actually. I'll admit, I did not watch the first Annabelle. From what I hear, it's the best of all the movies.
Yeah, it is the flagship of this franchise.
And this trailer, the text for things seems to really be hyping it a lot.
Yeah, about how horrifying and dark this chapter in the
Watch
story
till
is.
the end, before Conjuring, before Annabelle, the scariest, darkest chapter of anything ever existing has occurred. You don't really need to do a hell of a lot to really sell people on this. I feel like this is a spin-off people actually have been looking forward to since it was announced.
Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty freaky sequence in the middle of The Conjuring, even though it is The Conjuring 2, even though it's like kind of shoved in there, it feels like, sort of, like it definitely left an impression on people, so I can see why they're excited.
We grew up Catholic, going to church and all that, so whenever I see films that deal with religious horror, even though I don't consider myself Catholic anymore, it still messes with my brain more than anything else. More than slasher, more than a ghost, there's something about like religious horror that will mess with me, and to do spooky nun, freaks me out.
Because, you know, we grew up with nuns and stuff like that. I'm not overly offended by religious things anymore, like, you know, sacrilegious things. Coming up with that as some of the formative ideas of your life, you can't help but feel uncomfortable watching something like this. And yeah, religious horror always does get to me. I think back to the Conjuring 2 trailer, where all the crosses on her walls start flipping upside down. There's something so dark in a way that not all horror is, and so that gives me faith for this. I'm worried about any Conjuring spinoff, to be honest, because it seems like that's a trickier pitch than something directed by James Wan.
True.
The production values on this look really cool. I like that they're continuing with the period aspect, and now I guess I'm wondering if Taissa Farmiga can like carry this movie, you know, because like I like her on American Horror Story and stuff, but she's not like the most intense actor on that show by any stretch, so I'm hoping that this is a good thing for her.
That was a really good scare. It's not a full-on trailer, so, you know, not 100% sure how the whole movie will be, but that was a really good spooky scare, and anytime I see that nun, it does freak me out.
Yeah,
so
she's a pretty horrifying creature.
Even if it's cheap jump scares, I'm sure it'll still get me.
Even if it's Winchester, I'm sure I'll still have a good time.
Well, what'd you guys think of the Nun trailer? How awesome was that? That jump scare legit got me. That actually like really got me. You guys can subscribe to the Reject Nation. Click that notification bell because subscribe buttons are broken. Look at most channels' view count. And you can check us out on Patreon. Full-length TV show reactions, weekly Q&As, music video coverage. Would love to have you. That's you become a Patron eject today.